Welcome to the Benton County Sheriff's Office. I'm Sheriff Diana Simpson. The Sheriff is the Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the county per state statute. There are a number of obligations that the Sheriff has as outlined in state statute and is mandatory to provide. For example, the Sheriff is obligated to provide the operations of a jail. The Benton County Jail was built more than 3 decades ago with the idea that it would only last about 10 years. We still have that same facility. We see over 3,500 bookings a year. That's nearly 10 bookings per day in the Benton County Jail, which is as many as many other jails in other counties in the state of Oregon, with a much larger populations. We're at a point with the jail where we have just about exhausted every means possible for improvement. We have expanded our waiting area to include additional mini cells for potential bookings. We have added security and technology that will aid us in better supervision throughout the facility. But as I mentioned, the facility is old and it wasn't designed to continue operation until today. The Benton County Jail is the smallest jail per capita in the state of Oregon, even with the additional 40 beds that we rent in 3 other counties. Despite the fact that we do have these additional beds to rent, we still suffer from overcrowding and at times have to shut down the jail. At times we are forced to release individuals back into the community that should be serving sentences or being held on pretrial, but yet we just don't have the room or the capability. Statewide, the daily average bed cost for a jail is approximately $87. In Benton County, the average daily bed cost is approximately $150, and that is because of the high cost of providing supervision in a facility that does not include a laundry service, does not include meal service. We've contracted out for meal service because we don't have a kitchen that's large enough to provide meal service to the inmates. Our medical costs are quite high because we don't have the facility or the ability to provide the necessary treatment. Oftentimes, because of medical needs, we will have to transport an inmate to another county in order to make sure that those additional medical needs are being met while still keeping the offender incarcerated. Not only is that more costly, but it also increases the security risk of transporting that inmate to another facility. Overall, we spend approximately $1 million annually transporting inmates to the other 3 county jails because we don't have the room here in our local jail to house them. That's $1 million that could stay in Benton County to contribute to local economic vitality. That does not include the cost of transporting the inmates themselves. It does not include the deputy's time, nor does it include gas, not to mention the security risk of transporting inmates to those other counties. Additionally, transporting those inmates to other counties means that they're not getting the programming or the services that potentially they could in Benton County. It's important to me that we keep our inmates here in Benton County as often as we can so that they do have that ability to meet with their attorneys as well as seeing family on visitation whenever they can. Benton County is very fortunate in that they have corrections deputies that are very skilled and professional, and it's because of this skill and professionalism that we are able to maintain the jail in the manner that we have been able to do so. Last year we had at one time 6 individual inmates that were all charged with murder, and yet we maintain them in our local facility. This is a facility that's not designed to accommodate that type of offender. It was originally designed as a pretrial facility, and yet we continue to see offenders come in and out charged with very serious and dangerous crimes in the heart of downtown Corvallis. The mission of the Benton County Sheriff's Office is to provide professional service and protection through honor and integrity. I can assure you that all members of the Benton County Sheriff's Office adhere to that mission. They are professional, they are skilled, and they are dedicated, and they are committed to providing the residents of Benton County with the best possible service they can. We consider it an honor to work for you and appreciate your faith and trust in us as your Benton County Sheriff's Office.